So we shall see. Oh, my man, True School Sports. True School Sports is downstairs. Come upstairs, True School. You want to say what's up? You want to say what's up to the people on the live, True School? You can come upstairs. My man, True School, working his ass off out from South Florida. You know, sometimes I like to save my man some money, let him rock with me, stay in the house. My son loves him. You know, my son gets a fun tío, a fun uncle for the day. So shout out to my man True School, who's been holding it down all fight week. That's one of my partners right there. Six Mark Contreras says that Haney beats both. I agree with you, but and I love that Ryan says he'll fight him next. I do agree with you a little bit because Haney is destined for welterweight, and he's not going to be a blown up lightweight when he becomes a welterweight. He's going to grow into a full size welterweight, and Davis I think is at the right weight at 135. In a year or two or three, his body will probably naturally be more of a 140 pounder, or he can stay at lightweight for a while as long as he remains disciplined. But Haney has that size on Davis, and then against Garcia beat him 3 times, but he beat him the last 3 times. So Haney more recently, when they were closer to adulthood, had the edge. I would favor Haney against. But then my man True School in the building.
True School's here. What's up?
You know what I'm saying? We're here.
What's good, Sean?
We're here. The real ones grind together.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
This man right here.
Yes.
I mean, I think highly of myself, but this man, the best in the business, right here.
Oh no, that takes a lot. This motherfucker believes in himself for real. So if he's saying that about me, that's some crazy stuff.
But yeah, Sean. You're going kind of deep today, you know.
No, maybe too deep.
Maybe a little too deep. Some of you guys might not be ready for some of the things Sean.
What was that corny song some of us white folks liked in the early 2000s? 'Cause I'm in too deep and I'm trying to keep. No.
That is a white folk song.
Oh yeah, that was that Sum 41.
Yeah.
In American Pie. Shout out to the 2 American Pie movies.
But Sean, it seems like, you know.
Oh, you got Ryan.
Now look, I gotta say, guys, I've always had Ryan since before this fight was signed, and you know I've been around for the fight week festivities and the media workouts, so I've gone back and forth, but I never quite moved off my pick. I waited till fight week.
You did for a couple days.
For a couple days.
We went to Beverly Hills, and you didn't like what you saw either.
That's true. I didn't. But I waited till fight week, and Ryan looks better. Like, he looks like a guy that is ready to win. He looks like a guy with strong conviction. He looks like a guy that knows it's his moment to win the fight. Now, nobody in the media seems to be picking Ryan.
No, I'm still not.
I have Ryan just to get a record. I have it on record.
I mean, I'm hedging my bets like a motherfucker with this live, but I'm still not picking him.
I have it on record on my channel. I'll say it again here on Fight Hive. I got Ryan Garcia. It was initially by decision. I'm starting to think maybe the boxing gods of HBO might be descending upon Ryan Garcia to give him the strength he needs to knock out Gervonta Davis, because the whole thing of Bernard Hopkins, right? You don't push Bernard Hopkins. You don't do these type of things.
Now you're angering the boxing gods.
Can't do
that. They shine upon Bernard, Sugar Ray Robinson,
yeah,
and Muhammad Ali,
Carlos
Monzon, Marvin Hagler. They accept Bernard as one of their own.
Yeah.
And you touch one of their brothers, and you haven't earned that brotherhood yet. You and Ryan haven't earned that brotherhood yet. Go ahead, Brendan.
Yeah, like, you don't do these type of things. There's just some people. Can I curse on here?
Beyond reproach?
Yes. There's some people that you don't mess with.
Yeah, Bernard's a narcissist sometimes. Yeah, Bernard probably shouldn't have put his hands on Tank first, but he's Bernard Hopkins. You don't do that. Go ahead.
Sean, you were a little closer to the stage than I was. What did you sense as far as Ryan?
I got to get to a couple super chats real quick.
Get to the super chats.
Caesar Nava said, Caesar Nava, I'm not even going to repeat that. Thank you for the super chat. That's not true. It could be. It is
speculation.
It's
speculation.
Allegedly. It could be Lupe Valencia, man. It might not be. You know, Joe Goose, a Hall of Fame trainer, man. I feel kind of bad putting.
You asked the chat who do you guys think the mole is?
Alexander Garcia said, from watching Tank's thank you for the super chat, Alex, and thank you too, Caesar Nava, so much. From watching Tank's past fights, I've noticed he gets hit a lot, even by slower fighters than Ryan. Do you think Tank will be able to adjust to Ryan's punch speed? It's a good question. Tank he said in that All Access that he's not even really that fast for real. He is that fast. Ryan, whether the rest of his skills are going to hold up, that's the question tomorrow night. But the speed is real. I think he's faster than Tank, but Tank has better timing. Timing beats speed. And Tank is very fast himself. He has elite level speed. It's just that Ryan has like that Amir Khan crazy speed, you know. But Tank is very fast as well. Do I think Tank will be able to adjust to Ryan's punch speed? I do. And I think that in the second half of I think as the fight, middle portion of the fight, 5, 6, 7, and beyond, I wouldn't be surprised if, like the Romero fight, Tank turns up the defense, gets slicker, gets into a better rhythm defensively. And once you start making a guy miss a lot, it's only a matter of time before you start to make him pay. So I do think he'll adjust to the punch speed, but it might be that much harder for him to adjust to the punch speed because he seems to be underestimating Ryan's hand speed a little bit. So we'll have to see. Irvin Green, thank you again, man. You thank you so much. Irvin Green asking me with the super chat, do I think Ryan has actually prepared for Tank? I don't think they have a game plan that's specific to beating him. In all honesty, they're low-key arrogant in preparation. Thoughts? I did say that to Brendan before.
Yeah, well,
that I kind of think Ryan might be winging it. Like his talent has gotten him through every fight up until this point. It's been simply I'm big, fast, and punch hard, and that's been enough. So I understand why you would think that.
He made a comment at the press.
Although Joe Goosen said they got 3 or 4 game plans. That's what Joe says.
Yeah, but,
go ahead.
Ryan made a comment yesterday at the press conference where he basically stated that Tank has like the lowest punch output in the lightweight division.
I'm most accurate too, though. Say that.
Yeah, but it's not his job to worry about that. It's his job to find the weakness and exploit it. So I feel like you don't make statements like that if you haven't done any sort of preparation. At least that's how I take that comment.
Irvin Green, thank God we brought him in the chat. He may have actually gave you a better answer than I would have. That's a good point, Brennan. That's a good point. But Irvin Green, I get what you're getting at. That he's just looking to wing it on his talent. That's why he's bringing up that hook. I'm gonna just walk you into the hook. I'm just walk you into the hook. You know. So I get it. I get it. I mean, Joe Goosen says they got a couple of game plans. We'll see.
Sean, you know, I remember. I know you remember this at the Tego media workout we went at one time.
Tip Bayless. Oh, we got Tip Bayless in the super chat.
Tip Bayless
said it's going all 12. Don't you have him by?
That's right. UD. Talk to him, Tip. Talk to him.
Tip ain't picking Ryan by UD. I bet Tip ain't picking Ryan by UD though. It does just.
He's halfway there though. He's got.
Irvin Green said, Brendan, you can learn that by watching interviews though.
What?
Like he's saying. You don't even have to really watch tape on Gervonta. You could have just seen his punch stats on like Dan Canobio's CompuBox Twitter. Like that doesn't necessarily mean he actually studied his opponent. I think is what Irvin Green's getting at.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Self-production says Sean and BT new podcast. If you guys support it, then we'll do it.
You know that idea has been thrown out there in the past by influential people in boxing. So y'all let the people know.
Let the people know, man. Jimmy R said, "Give it up for Shaggy from Scooby Doo." Indeed, give it up. Give it up. Let's hear it.
I was Bruno Mars before I got the haircut too, so Shaggy and Bruno Mars.
Let me hear it, brother. But so Dice Skate said ES News is better. Hey, you are entitled to your opinion, my friend. Yeah. Shout out to ES News. Yeah. But thanks for rocking with us. You should if you feel like we're second best, you could just stay in the live. You know, right? I don't think they're live right now, so you can fuck with the B team if that's how you feel. It goes all 12. Ryan didn't commit, says Windy City Assassin. Tip Bayless said Tank by. See, yeah, I knew Tip wasn't picking. Right, yeah. Tank by split decision. Open your DraftKings, boys. Tip Bayless, always love having you in the chat, man. I hope to see you at the fight. I know I've seen you at a couple of the fights too. Rejoiner Woods, you're too kind, man. With these, thank you so much for the super chat. Rejoiner Woods said, "I think Ryan is going to hurt Tank, which the left hook with the left hook on the top of the head." Hold on, let me see here. I think Ryan's going to hurt Tank with the left hook on the top of the head. I don't think Tank can take a lot, and Tank lets his right hand down a lot and cannot shoot that left a lot when he can't get off the left hand a lot if he's going to drop the right hand while he does it. So that's how Rejoinder Wood says it. And I seen a meme going around where, you know what? I think I got it right here. Hold on.
Meme?
Yeah, the meme going on about how he drops his lead hand when he comes over the top with the left. Here it is. Shout out to my cuzzo in Brooklyn, Vincent Romano, for sending me that. There it is. Right. You see right there, Ryan on the bottom picture, in the top picture too, dropping his lead hand, and people thinking that that's exactly how he gets knocked out, is dropping his lead hand and getting checked by the hook against the taller guy, trying to cut distance. Maybe that's exactly what happens. But one thing, and this ain't the best view, but if you look at that picture, look where Romero's shoulder is at in regards to Davis's chin. And you'll see that, yeah, Davis has the right hand low, but his chin is off the line. So if your chin's off the line, sometimes your hand doesn't have to be in the perfect place to still get out of the way of the shot, especially if you're delivering one that the other guy's going to get hit by because his chin's not off the line, which Ryan's chin never really is off the line. So, you know, that's something I got to say about that.
Can I comment on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like I could definitely see that happening because I'm of the mindset that I think Tank is going to do what he always does, which is give away many of the early rounds. And if he's down, let's say after 4 or 5 rounds, if he's down 4,
come on, Tank, we got do-we-do.
You know, he's in a feel this urgency to throw, you know, take more risk and commit more to shots. And I just think it's going to open up the right hand for Ryan Garcia, which he said one time, if you remember at the Tego workout, he said the right hand does the dirty work for the left hook. Right? So ultimately, yes, that's what I see happening. The southpaw orthodox matchup, the right hand opens the key to the left hook, and yeah, that winds up happening.
That's what that all along the path to victory for Ryan has always been. Tank digs himself into holes sometimes. Let him do it. Don't go crazy. Don't expend your energy. Don't let him get a look at that left hook too many times so that he can figure it out. Because Davis is smarter than he gets credit for in figuring guys out. And so if early on Davis is doing what he did to Romero and he's fighting on the outside, he's kind of giving away rounds, then just take what the defense gives you, which is really that straight right hand. Because if he's staying on the outside, to get the hook off, you got to step into the shot, right? That's why Ryan keeps saying, I'm going to walk him into the hook. He's not saying I'm going to go after him with it. He says, I'm going to be tall and let him eventually walk into one, right? So in the first half of the fight, when he's keeping at arm's length, you touch him with the straight right hand against the southpaw, and then when you bury him into a hole like Brennan's talking about and he has to take chances in the second half of the fight, that's when you can get the hook off. That's when you can get the hook off because the other guy's behind and he's the shorter guy and he's got to cut distance, and that's when he can walk into that hook. But if early on and you're anxious and you're reaching with it, that's how you can get fucked up. So that's what we got to see. And now I got a super chat I got to get to by my man Jordan Maxey.
Making it rain today.
They are. Just in time because them motherfucking $18, $23 parking tickets at the MGM throughout fight week, you guys are clutch. You just help pay for parking.
Every time he goes to the MGM, it's $18 to $23.
Yes.
So what is that, 3 or 4 times a fight week?
Yeah, so do the math. You guys, thank you so much. Jordan Maxey said, Tank gets hit when he starts taking chances to put pressure on you. When he doesn't want to get hit, he walks you into the knockout shot. And to Jordan's point, I think one thing Jordan might be getting at with his comment is he walks you into the KO shot. It's going to be tougher to walk the taller guy into a shot. You got to go get him and cut distance. You would think. Tank's rangy and can set traps. So he might make Ryan, who's much more inexperienced, give up his height at some point, make him step in when he shouldn't have, and Tank, who has better feet, catches him doing that. Maybe that's the case. But you would think it's going to be a little tougher to do what he did to Romero against Garcia, because Garcia's going to keep his distance a little bit more and wait for him to commit to walk him into a shot.
Much more polished fighter, Ryan, too. But deep pedigree as an amateur, so he's got more in his toolbox than Rolly.
You would think, yeah. Although Rolly's awkward and incredibly strong,
very athletic. You know, he's Rolly. You know, we spoke about this many times just in conversation. Like Rolly doesn't get the credit he deserves for maybe being a guy that started late and advancing so far in boxing. It's hard. It's very difficult.
It is, and he's never gotten credit. Like he's just a puncher, but he's actually an athlete. He's actually a very explosive athlete. Rolly Romero. That's not a bad win on Tank's press. Yeah, Rolly was like 14-0, and he fought Anthony Yiggett, and most people thought Jackson Marenez beat him.
But he'd be a champion next.
Exactly.
Next fight.
He's gonna be a 140-pound fucking champion by a month from today. He'll be a fucking So we'll put some respect on my man Rolly's name. Raider Gabe, I'm gonna say your super chat, even though you should be a 49er fan at this point, but it's okay. Raider Gabe says Tank gets hit early, left hook will put him to sleep. Ooh, Raider Gabe popping his shit. We shall see. Raphael 32 again, man. One of my favorites. The only fighter that has a dance partner today is Lara, who is Warrington. Big ups to True Sports. Did you get your money back for the Japan fight, Fulton versus the Monster? I am a subscriber. Did you?
Everyone keeps asking me that question. Now listen, I didn't know I didn't because I want to tell you guys a story. So when I booked my flight, I booked it on this like Japanese airlines I could afford. And they wouldn't let me change the reservation, so I'm still going to go out there. I'm actually leaving Tuesday, the 25th, so I'll still be in Japan. I've still found things to do. I'm going to be going to, like, gyms out there in Japan, and I'm still going to go to a couple club shows out there, and we'll make the best of it. And who knows, God willing, we can be there in July for the fight.
My man Charles N., and I love Charles N., said, come on, Sean, about Rolly. Charles N. sounded disappointed in the Rolly praise. Charles N., I say this with full confidence. If you ever had a chance to see Rolly up close, just hit the pads. It's the pads. They don't hit back. But if you ever got a chance to just be up close to see him hit the pads, you would come away impressed with his explosiveness. The first thing Tank said when he got out of the ring with him was, he's strong. Like, even before he dissed him and gloated or anything like that, the first thing he said in Brooklyn, it was like 2 a.m. by the time they got to the press conference, was, he's strong. And he said that, to co-sign the guy. And I understand you want to build up the guy you just beat. It makes you look better. But I'm not saying Rolly's this or that. I'm just saying he's actually talented. He's a talented, explosive athlete. Now, he started at 17, had the judo background, so is he ever going to beat these thoroughbreds that started as kids like Haney and Tank? And no, probably not. He's going to beat Borrasso. He's gonna become the WBA super lightweight shit. He's gonna do that. So, but no, Charles N. I had to get back to Charles N. because I got a lot of love for Charles N. He's always holds it down in the chat. So doesn't matter who wins or who loses, still a champion. Benji the Pitbull, your odds of Ryan dropping Tank at some point. Thank you for the super chat. I'm gonna say, strength and explosiveness are not the same, TJ. No, I know. He's both. He's explosive and strong. It's just his skills aren't on the level of the elite lightweights. That's his problem. But odds of Ryan dropping Tank at some point, I give it 50. About 50%. About 50%. I wouldn't be surprised if Davis gets dropped in this fight and gets himself off the canvas and wins the fight. At which point he'll have proven a lot to us. And there's a lot of Ryan's questioning his character and things like that.
It's a legacy-defining moment if he could do that.
Absolutely.
Right? Because a lot of people, there's this notion in the boxing world that Tank might be a front runner or someone whose durability and can be called into question. Because let's face it, I mean, he had Barrios, who was a good test, but apart from Barrios, you kind of I feel like his durability is not being questioned enough. Actually, what do you think, Sean?
Say it again about
his durability, right? Like, because like a lot of the guys he's fought, like, he's not picking the opponents' fights. It's the guys that run his career. But like, it's been like Hugo Reese and Cuellar, smaller guys coming up.
He had a really underwhelming run after he beat Pedraza from Liam Walsh, Fonseca, Ruiz, Nunez, Cuellar. But then once he took the Leo Santa Cruz fight, the competition went up. He's fought solid competition since Leo, Barrios, Isak Cruz, Rolly Romero, Hector Garcia. No, those are legit pros. They may not be Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, but those are legit guys. Those are legit top 10 guys who had amateur backgrounds. I think Garcia won a bronze medal. There's some good fighters. Better than the guys Ryan's been fighting.
Good fighters, but apart from Rolly, not really punching like that.
Barrios got some power. So,
maybe not, but
even Cruz is a solid puncher.
Okay, yeah. So maybe I'm being a little bit harsh on Tank, but it's something that I hear people say a lot. they feel like he's a bit of a front runner. But you got that. Oh, you got yeah.
Well, I see a super chat. My man said, "Shout out to the only 49er fan I like, from Cowboys fan, but from Salinas, California, not the Texas Delusionals. Do more lives, bro. Thank you, Cesar Nava. Thank you, brother. And you know, I gotta bang on you. I gotta be like Jamal Charlo was yesterday, rocking the man. Shout out to Jamal Charlo. He really is the best middleweight in the world. We don't need no tune-up. We can get straight to Andre. We'll go up to 68 and fight David Benavidez. My man rocking the 49ers jacket. We fucking with you, Jamal Charlo. Let's go.
All of a sudden, you bought all your Jamal Charlo stocks back.
I bought it all back because I was the guy who owned all the Jamal Charlo stocks. I didn't even sell them. They went off the market. You know, the last couple. They said, "Sir, we're not trading this stock right now."
I'll tell you guys a story. I remember like 7 years ago when I used to go to Vegas and stuff. Sean was like, "Man, Jamal Charlo, best middleweight in the world." He used to beat that in the man like a drum. And then like
he's big. He has a great jab.
Yes.
He knows how to counter punch.
Like yesterday,
he got power.
Yesterday, talking to Sean, felt like
he's mean.
A flashback to 2017. As soon as he saw the 49er jacket,
saw that 49er jacket.
We saw him across the room with Sean Porter on the podcast, and I'm like, "Who's that over there?" Sean, he's like, "It's Jamal Charlo. He's back.
He's back.
He's back. He's gonna beat the shit out of everybody."
Jamal Charlo. He's back. That J-Rock Jamal Charlo's back. We caught a catch and shoot with the uppercut with that beautiful catch and shoot. He's back. And so Raider Gabe said Raider. Yeah, all right. You know, I got some Jerry Rice. I rooted for y'all when you got your ass beat against the Buccaneers. I was rooting for old Jerry Rice on the Raiders. I'm just playing, Raider Gabe. I don't mean to bring up old shit. That hurts. Hey, the Niners got their asses whooped by the Eagles, you know, in the NFC test. So I can't talk right now.
Shout out to Josh Johnson.
Raphael 32, my man Raphael said that. Weedy Gonzalez, the shadow numbers of the GOAT. The shadow numbers and
there you go.
Shadow numbers and them Dolphins jerseys, man. The shadow number Niner jerseys and the Miami Dolphins before they got that weird, funky ass, ugly
the
whale.
Miami Aquarium logo.
Yeah, before they got the weird whale, whatever the fuck that logo is now. Those were the two hardest ones there were. Is Vegas going to get a basketball team now? I don't know. I mean, we just got the Oakland. I mean, we're stealing all of
the basketball team, the Las Vegas Aces, WNBA.
This is apparently Oakland now and not Las Vegas. Apparently, this is Oakland, Nevada.
Got all the teams.
So, Ryan's not great at fighting tall, says Jordan Maxey. He's got a fair point there. And I got to get to Irvin Green, too. Yeah, he doesn't. I think, you know, against Fortuna, he started with the jab and kind of abandoned it, you know, relatively quick in the fight. You know what, though, Jordan Maxey? I told Brendan this. Something tells me, and again, I got Davis, but something tells me that Garcia's distance control is going to surprise and impress in the first half of the fight. Davis is going to be like, damn, he's more disciplined and sharper than I thought. It's a little tougher to just simply get in than I thought it was going to be. And I expect him to, I expect him to fight tall better than we think he's shown up until this point. I think the kid's got something in him to rise to the occasion. You know, if you are what you say you are. He always comes out to that Lupe Fiasco shit.
My theory on that is, like, you can't be a 15-time national champion not knowing how to fight tall a little bit. You know, you have to get develop those skills in the amateurs.
Yeah, you don't get to just load up on left hooks in the amateurs and win fights that way. That's true.
There's too many styles. You can't pick and choose your opponents. So,
Irvin Green, thank you again, man. Irvin Green, he's a baller. He's got money. It's nothing for him to drop some super chats.
Light.
At the end of the day, I think Ryan's lack of footwork. That's what Rolly told me. I think Ryan's lack of footwork is what will cost him this fight. Whatever the mistake will come as a result of his bad feet. Positioning. Yeah.
Well, we saw Tank at Barry's practicing, getting underneath a lot of those shots.
Positioning, footwork, feints, pivoting, pulling. Ryan hasn't shown all of that in his arsenal. And actually, to your point, Irvin Green, and I've said this all along with this fight, is that the obvious stuff is what has sold this fight and these two fighters. Hand speed, punching power, and knockouts, right? But I think what's going to win this fight for Davis is the stuff that doesn't sell pay-per-views and highlight reels. Feints, positioning, defense, patience, timing.
The nuances of boxing.
The subtleties that at first, when Ryan's in the lead, he'll have that lead. But as time goes on, my man Max Kellerman likes to say, class tells over time. And I do expect that to happen in this fight. I do think class will tell. Ryan will be ahead halfway through, but that's going to really, like I said, it's going to cause more anxiety in the Davis corner. They've been in that position before, but not against a kid this talented and dangerous. It's going to be a little more anxiety, I think, if that's what goes down. Davis gets himself in that hole. But I do think the stuff that's not sexy, the stuff that doesn't make Instagram, TikTok highlight reels, the positioning, the feints, the subtle, that's going to begin to work and get Tank in his favor as the longer the fight goes on. Let's see. I hope you guys have enjoyed this so much. This ain't a PBC home fight for Tank Weedy Gonzalez. Indeed, it's not. It's not, and that's what De La Hoya and Team Golden Boy are getting at. You got a real fight on your hands, and they're bringing that energy now. Like this ain't some guy who's getting a nice check from PBC to get his ass whooped by Tank to continue the gravy train. We want to end all that. We want our gravy train. We want to whoop that ass and then make you have to fight us on the zone. That's what they're on, and that's so. There's a lot of stake. I love De La Soul. Stakes is high, even though there's not a belt on the line.
Oh yeah,
but stakes is stakes is high, and which brings me to
some things are deeper than belts. I mean,
indeed, and belts don't make you a superstar. I think but every superstar has had them.
There's multiple things going on with this fight. Like you have number one as far as for the fighters, you have them fighting for clout. I joke around with Sean saying that the clout belt is on the line.
The winner will get VIP access in Los Angeles nightclubs next to the rappers and all the famous athletes of the world.
That's right.
No, I wanted Michael. Imagine Michael Buffer says, 12 rounds of boxing for the undisputed social media lightweight championship of the world.
Of the world, Craig.
Sponsored by Nemiroff and presented by Premier Boxing Champions and Golden Boy Promotions.
But the second part of it is obviously the political aspect, right? You got all the history with Golden Boy and Al Heyman and whatnot, so...
It all spilled out at the press conference.
If Ryan
which real quick brings me to my final point. The bad blood is real between the fighters and part of the teams. Because Joe Goosen and Calvin Ford are getting along great. But Calvin Ford, Bernard Hopkins, Oscar De La Hoya, Leonard Eller beat Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia. They're not getting along great. So the bad blood is real. This goes deeper than Tank and Ryan. The bad blood between those two teams has began before either one of them was a professional. They were kids when this started. They were kids when this started. So, Tank's team feels like they did the right. Maybe this is Fury Wilder all over again, like they did with Deontay Wilder. We get this guy Fury. He's fat. He's getting off drugs. People want us to do some type of cross-promotional fight with Wilder. Let's do this one. Let's beat his ass. That didn't work out. It's maybe same thing here. People want us to eventually do a cross-promotional fight. Haney and Stevenson, they don't got the public image this kid has quite yet, and we think this kid's more beatable than both of them. He isn't a world champion like those two are. Maybe that goes wrong, just like it did in the Wilder fight. We shall see. We will know our answer 24 hours from now.
It's a lot of similarities too, right? Because I heard you mention it earlier with when Fury fought Wilder and he hired Sugar Hill Stewart for the rematch. And he told him what he was going to do to his face, and people laughed and they scoffed. And then
you're not going to do that to this scary, fearsome puncher. You're going to get your ass beat.
Yeah, and then he beat Deontay Wilder. He beat the brakes off him. He's never in the same sense.
So yeah, man. But we got to wake up early tomorrow. Oh. We gotta get up at 9 o'clock in the morning to not wake up. We gotta leave at 9 o'clock.
Tell them we're talking to tomorrow.
We're talking to only in America.
Only in America. I just seen him too. I just interviewed him in January.
We gotta catch up with Don King and Adrian Broner, the newest dynamic duo in boxing. And just one thing about Don King, Bob Arum has outlasted him.
Yes,
but never equaled his creative genius at his peak. Don King. If it was up to Arum, Ali Foreman would have just been another top-ranked big Madison Square Garden fight. That fight was all but agreed to with Bob Arum, who promoted many Ali fights, until the creative genius, Don King, came up with this outside-of-the-box idea. We can go to Africa, and you can win the fight in the motherland.
Who does that?
When no one thinks you can do it. And Ali said, I see exactly what you see. Let's do it. And people who've never seen Ali Foreman, people who never watch boxing know the Rumble in the Jungle. the Thriller
In
in
Manila.
Manila. So, shout out to Don King. I hope the man's got something for it. He tends to trail off and go in all kinds of directions that have nothing to do with what you asked him. But I look forward to seeing the legendary Don King. I look forward to seeing, AB, Adrian Broner. And you guys keep it locked here on Fire. Anything you got to say, BT? I got a super chat we got to get to, too.
Okay. Anything I got to say? Yeah, definitely keep it locked to Fight Hype, Fight
And
Hype.
True School.
And yeah, definitely keep it locked to True School, we're definitely coming up, and it's always great to be on great platforms like this on Fight Hype, There's a lot of great channels. I want to end it on this note. There's a lot of great channels out there in the boxing world, right? But I would definitely say, probably I'm biased with my channel, but apart from my channel, when I want to get, fight week content, this is the place you gotta be. You gotta be on Fight Hype, man.
Fight Hype, man.
That's what it's gotta be. What did Floyd tell Ben all those years ago?
Fight Hype's a winner. Why wouldn't you want to be with
Gotta be a winner too,
with the winning team? But hold on, Silver Surfer said, "Yo, is his boyfriend staying behind him and keeping him warm?" Why you gotta be like that, Silver Surfer? Why's your mind gotta drift to that stuff, to the gayness, which is
he's married anyway.
No, there's anything wrong with that. As Seinfeld said, but. You know what I'm saying? I'm married. I got the reina. I got my reina back, my hyena. She's already asleep. Why can't my brother come up here and talk? You know what I'm saying?
Just chill, man.
Why can't two grown men, got some love, talk some boxing with the people? Silver Surfer, why you gotta be like that?
Silver
brother?
Surfer,
You gotta be like
is
that.
he maybe projecting? Maybe his ways onto us.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that about Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer just hurt my feelings a little bit. Okay. That's all. But maybe you're right. Rejoiner Woods, man, looks like the last super chat, and we'll get up out of here. Ryan body shot Tank cannot take that, I believe. What do you think? I don't think Tank is as tough as men. A little tough to read. I don't think Tank is not tough. He plays like that. They're worried about this fight. Tank says he's going to punch. That's cap. Thank you for the super chat, Rejoiner. All throughout the chat. Thank you, man. But I think, actually, I'm expecting... I think Davis is the guy who could have more success to the body. He's a bigger target. Garcia, his slender abdomen begs for you to hit it with the body shot. And Davis, I keep saying this, he's not Errol Spence. He's not going to dig and be consistent to the body. But when he goes to the body, he's very accurate. He knows how to place the shot underneath the elbow, and he punches very hard to the body. And he's only got to land a half dozen or so body shots to eventually make Ryan's elbow go doop, 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 to catch it, and that sets up the knockout shot up top. So I actually expect... I know Ryan Garcia. We saw it in the Luke Campbell fight. He's got that left hook to the body. He's got it. He throws it weird because he doesn't bend his knees when he throws it like most people do when they throw a left hook. They dip down a little bit to get lower. He just stands straight up and just throw that bitch, which makes it maybe a little hard to prepare for. But I think Davis, I've seen him with both hands get underneath the elbows and be accurate to the body in his last fight against Hector Garcia. So, that's my take on it. Silver Surfer said he's joking. Thank you, Silver Surfer. We get a little sensitive over here.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. A lot of things happened today. So
yes. So Charles N says, I hear Ryan's stomach growling. Well, apparently he's having his chicken Alfredo now, like his mom Lisa said. Charles.
Is that what she told you today?
Yeah, that's what she said. Sean knows the script. Weedy Gonzalez. They didn't show me no script. They didn't give me the script. I wish they would. I would tell you. I fucked around and showed you guys that picture, didn't I? So
no, you didn't.
Yeah. I did.
No, I saw. I'm just being funny.
So, but that's it, guys. You guys are awesome. Normally, I would interact with the chat more, get to more people in the chat. I love you guys, but we were just kind of on one, and we got to some of the chats. You guys are awesome. I mean, it's almost, it's over 1 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast. It's almost 10:30, and you guys rocked at almost 700 strong. Much love to you guys. Hopefully they don't kick me out the place when I do that round by round tomorrow.
Ooh.
We'll see. But thank you guys so much, and much love to all the boxing fans. Enjoy the fight tomorrow night, guys. Enjoy the fight. We're gonna do our best to get you guys some dope content tomorrow night. BT. He built his own channel off his back, as Bernard Hawkins said, from the muscle.
Oh man!
But he's rocking with Fight Hype tomorrow night. So be on the lookout for some of his content, my content, Ron Goodall, and the whole Fight Hype team. And much love to everyone. Have a great rest of the night. Enjoy the fights tomorrow night. Enjoy them. Bye, everyone. Peace.